Hello, Team Remax Northwest. Rob Penrose here, your technology and marketing support specialist, here to talk to you today about how to create your official booj import CSV. You'll see here on the screen is the official document that's going to make it the easiest and most successful import process when adding your current client data into booj. So hopefully you've had an opportunity to watch some of our videos or attend some of our workshops on how to export your client data from Outlook or from your Google contacts or from the Northwest MLS Matrix or some other database source. And now I want to show you how to add that data into your official booj import. So like I said, everything imports smoothly and without any missed fields or frustrations. So what I'm going to do is kind of shrink this window down and open up one of my database exports, in this case from Outlook. So I'm going to go ahead and open up my Outlook contact export. I'll see here that I've got now a spreadsheet open with 101 rows, so 100 contacts in there with first name, last name, company, street addresses. I've got phone numbers, email addresses, some notes, and a few other things that I want to now move from my Outlook export to my official booj import. So the first thing I'm going to do is find my first column, first name. Highlight the first name in there, and then drag and highlight that entire column minus the first row. So down to 101. Right click and copy. I'm going to then come over to my official booj import, click in the first available field in that column underneath the first name field, right click and paste. And it will now copy and paste all of the first names from my contact export to my official booj import. So now what I want to do is go find the next column of information that I want. In this case, last name. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight all the last names. Down to 101, right click, copy, come over to last name, first available field, right click, paste. Perfect. Now that I can see I have home phone, mobile phone, and work phone, and other phone. So in my initial export, I'm going to go over and find the phone number fields and decide what I have and what I'm going to move over. So I can see business phone. That's my first column. So I'm going to highlight all 101, or I guess 100 cells in here. Copy. Come over to work phone, business phone, right click, paste. Now I can see over here on my initial export, I've got home phone. I've got one home phone. I'm just going to skip that one and go straight to mobile phone. So start in the first data cell, highlight and drag down to 101. Right click, copy, go over to my mobile phone column in my official booj import. Right click, paste. So I'm sure you can see what I'm doing, and that's essentially just moving data from one spreadsheet to another. But the important thing is that I know all of the fields and the columns and the column headers in my booj import are what is designed to import into booj. So you'll see over in my database on the left, there's going to be multiple fields for addresses. You've got business, home, other address. And so when I go over here to my booj import, there's only one field for the primary mailing address. So that's where I'll have to choose wisely, take a look at my data and where I had saved the physical mailing addresses before. But in this case, the business mailing address is what I have that I'm going to move into the address field in my booj import. So I'm just going to get street addresses. Go down to 101. Not a whole lot in there. Don't do a lot of direct mail. Go to address. I got to get the city. So copy that. Move over here to the city field. Paste here. Of course, we need state. So you start at the top, highlight, scroll down to the last record, number 101 in this scenario. Go over to state, put it in the first, right click, paste. I think you get the idea. And then lastly, I'd want to put in the zip code. So I am not going to worry with country, but back over here to my database on the left, I do need to find my email field. So email is obviously one of the most important bits of information in our booj database. So here is my email address column. Start at the top, drag down to the bottom, right click, copy, come over to, these are work emails, just like a business address. I have work email addresses. But I do have a spot for a home email address and then other email address. But I'm going to skip that here. The only other field that I'm going to worry about copying and pasting is my notes. So I do have notes with personal preferences, kids' names, pets' names, home purchase criteria, some random information that I don't want to lose that I would like to move over to booj. So I'm going to right click that, go to my notes section, right click, and paste. So lastly, in my booj import, I know that this is my official import CSV, so anything that's on this is going to import into booj. And so you'll see the columns for tag 1, tag 2, and tag 3. And this is simply how you can categorize your database or segment your database so that you can just print mailing labels for certain tags, just email, people with certain tags, sort, view, a multitude of different things. I know that everyone that I just entered into my official booj import is an A-list client because I follow the Buffini method of A, B's, and C's. So I'm going to add a tag 1 of A-list client to all of the individuals in this. So I type that tag into the first cell right there, and then I'll see that there's a little square. I highlight that field, that little square right there. If I click on that, I can drag down, and of course I've got a lot more information in here than I did before. Okay, and then we're going down to 101, and I'm going to paste, there we go, your A-list client into that tag. And if I wanted to, I could add a tag 2, whether it be for, people on my Christmas card list, people that are investors, people that, may be interested in, community updates, whatever it may be. I'm just going to add one tag to this list. And at this point, I feel like this booj import CSV is ready for import. I've got first name, last name, phone numbers, email address, some mailing address. I've got tags and I've got notes. If I did have, I would want to add in birthdays, wedding, home, property, purchase, anniversary dates, anything like that. But I'm ready to save as, booj import a list clients, and I always like to add a date. Today's date would be 10-8-19, so I know when I created this for future reference. I'm going to go ahead and save that. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how to create a CSV-ready spreadsheet in the official booj template. Hopefully that made sense. I highly recommend that you follow that method for your Outlook contacts, your Northwest MLS Matrix contacts, if you have contacts exported out of Google, if you use the Buffini referral maker, or any database or any data source that you have, export that data, transfer it over to your booj import template, import into booj, and you are good to go. So hopefully that made good sense. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please let us know. We're here to help you.